trace the cracks in the porcelain night. Your shadow lingers just out of sight, a ghostly whisper in the cold moonlight, a fleeting memory that won't take flight. Shattered echoes in my chest, they play a symphony of silence won't go away. The stars are screaming in their own ballet, while I hold on to words you didn't say. Fingers on glass where your hand once lay. The frost remembers but it won't obey. The weight of time is a thief in gray, stealing colors and dreams from yesterday. Shattered echoes in my chest, they play a symphony of silence won't go away. The stars are screaming in their own ballet, while I hold on to words you didn't say. I breathe in smoke from the past decay. The air is heavy where the shadows stay. Your voice a flicker that fades to clay, yet it dances softly in my disarray. Shattered echoes in my chest, they play a symphony of silence won't go away. The stars are screaming in their own ballet, while I hold on to words you didn't say. In the hush of the night we sway, footsteps blend with the earth's ballet. Whispers echo through the trees, carrying dreams on a fleeting breeze. Lost in the glow where shadows meet, a world that crumbles beneath our feet. The pulse of the stars, it calls us near, dancing with time till it disappears. Dancing with time till it disappears. Fields hum soft with the morning dew, a symphony of tones born anew. Breath of the ocean paints the sky, we're chasing echoes that never die. Lost in the glow where shadows meet, a world that crumbles beneath our feet. The pulse of the stars, it calls us near, dancing with time till it disappears. Fingers trace the disappear. We didn't have a lot, but we made do. I wanna dance with you in a house full of memories, faded dreams. We had so many plans, but everything ends. Still remember the little things, like the sound of your breath. It sounded like flutes. It sounded like flutes. I still hear it sometimes, like a song I can't forget. Golden I still hear it sometimes, like a song I can't forget. Golden flutes, golden flutes. We didn't have a lot, but we made do. I wanna dance with you trace your face in the quiet of this hollow space. Shadows dance where secrets stay. The night's a canvas for what we can say. Fingers whisper against the glass, a fleeting moment too sweet to last. Echoes linger in the velvet air. In your quiet gaze I find repair. Breath like whispers, it melts the cold. Time moves slow, but it never grows old. Under stars that hum their quiet song, in this moment we've belonged all along. Feel the night glow, soft and white. Pull me closer, let the silence broken shore, footsteps carved by tide, waiting for someone without a name. A falling star pierced my silent eyes, still shining on a nameless sky. I knew it was the end of someone's road, but calling out might make it fade. It was enough just being there breeze that pulls me in. Silent storms that never fade. Heartbeats lost in what we've made. Through the haze I see the glow. A fragile warmth begins to grow. Every whisper feels so near. Whispers rise from the earth, soft as breath unseen. A single leaf turns in the wind. It knows no hurry, no fear. Time drips through moss and stone like secrets too old to name. Rivers hum in ancient tongues, carving stories into sight. Clouds stitch light into shadow across the stillness of trees. I am only a breath inside a vast and wordless sky. Touch me with the hush of rain. Let me vanish into green. This is where the silence blooms, beneath the rhythm of unseen moons. I am not lost, I am part of the air, floating, folding, finding everywhere. Sunlight falls like memory across a meadow, sleeping face. Petals open with no witness but the dew that kissed them first. Mountains echo in slow motion, breathing deep with age and grace. The world does not ask to be known, yet somehow it knows me. I dissolve in color and hush, a heartbeat in the soil's hush. Sing me through the hollow dawn, fold me into the fog soft yawn. This is where the silence blooms, where shadows dance with silver plumes. I do not need a name or shame, only the sky and time to wait. Even the stars forget to speak, but still they shimmer what they mean. This is where the silence blooms, not in answers but in runes of wind and warmth, of dusk and stone, where nothing ends and all is grown. So take me not with fire sound, but where the softest lights are found. A world that breathes beneath our view, where I am old and born anew. And in this hush I understand the earth speaks best with an open hand. In the glow of neon haze I wait, shadows dancing slow, it's getting late. Fingers tracing patterns on the air. The night is soft, it's pulling me somewhere. City whispers secrets in my ear, a symphony of silence drawing near. Every step feels lighter than before. I'm floating now, untethered to no floor. Whisper through the night like we're alone, echoes of a world we've never known. Every breath a spark that lights the sky, dreaming till the morning says goodbye. The static hum, it wraps around my soul, a fleeting warmth, it makes the broken whole. Eyes are heavy, but my heart is awake, a fleeting dream, I hope it doesn't break. We are stars that fade when dawn arrives, fragile moments where the magic thrives. Let the rhythm guide us through the gray. Tomorrow waits, but here